Hey, Eternal Life. I'm good. How are you? That's good. We alive. Hey, Latanya. Alright, so Spirit, what does it collective need to know? Hey, friend. I don't know about this song, y'all. Who out here being a side chick, Lord? Talking about my little freaky hoe. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I ain't about to be nobody little freaky hoe. Like, I needs to be wife status. Lord, Onyx out there barking. Ani. Okay. Shoot. I'm not, and this is my playlist that I made. It's on shuffle. So I don't know why the hell I decided to put that on the playlist. I'm assuming I was feeling ratchet that day. And I mean, it actually might go along with the message that's about to come out. Let's see. Because if the Two of Pentacles pop out first, I'll be like, yep, that's what it is. That little freaky hoe. Well, I didn't think my collective was on that. However, I am not judging Hot Girl Summers. Okay? I'm not going to judge it. I've had my fair share of, I'll just say Hot Girl Summer because I'm not going to use the term whole phase. Okay? Hey, Sunbeam. All right, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Ooh, these cards hard to come out. Okay, well, we safe. Let's just say that. Because you're coming out here in Emperor energy. So we safe. However, she is fertile and pregnant. So, oh, thank you. Yes. So, this can take on many connotations. It can be, fertile in creativity. it doesn't have to be. Yes, yeah, I would agree. Rebirth. It does not have to mean a physical baby. However, do be careful. But Empress energy is very good. That means you have basically gone through all of the queens or goddesses in the day. You said working over IUD, working overtime. Okay. I haven't had one of them in a while because I had two back to back and I did not have a cycle for like 10 years. So I was like, no, this is not natural. I'm hearing abundant opportunities. I heard we calling justice on these hoes. I'm gonna let y'all take that as it resonates, cause that's just what Spirit said. We calling justice on these hoes. Gender neutral. Oh, every month, girl. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know about the other way, cause I mean, yeah, it has its benefits, but I don't think your body's supposed to do that. So I was a little concerned. Plus, my hormones would be all over the place when they were first inserted. Yeah, when like it was when the hormones or medicine was fresh and it would come into my body, I would have to be in the bed for a whole day because I went through so many ranges of emotions. I was laughing, I was crying, I was like, what the fuck? I remember my ex-husband was like, what in the hell is going on? And I was like crying, like, I don't even know. My body is very sensitive. And especially having something like that in my womb area, it had a tremendous effect. And someone I was watching someone and they were saying that when you carry a baby, that energy is assisting you. And it made sense to me, and I truly believe that because I actually heard that from someone else where when they were carrying their child, their gifts were way different. Like the energy between, and that's kind of how you know that you're carrying a divine being. If you are pregnant and your gifts are like like just either you knew that you had gifts already or you start realizing that you have gifts, that baby's energy is like an activation for you is what I'm hearing. um and so I've talked about it before how some some energies only incarnate to get the A word. Some energies only incarnate get to have go through a M word. I don't know how much I can say on this app, but meaning one pregnancy ends, spontaneously, one ends intentionally. Those energies, no matter how long they're in your body, they were sent to activate some part of you. And they basically agreed to play that role for you in this lifetime, because that's one way for like your spirit team to be able to implant something in you without you actually having to carry a baby to full term or have to raise the child. Um, and so that's pretty deep. Yeah. Things clicking right now. I've been off for some time, and when I think since I okay, yep, yep, yeah. I was going through, and there's no telling because it's effective. Like the one I had was effective for 5 years, and because it's like a slow release process, there's no telling like what you're going through for 5 years as it's slowly releasing. And I'm not saying that to put any kind of fear on your situation. Not at all, because you're going to be totally fine. Um, you know, that's no yeah. Um I can only, a lot of people have very different experiences. Like some people spotted the whole time. Some people, like you say, you have yours, and I just had nothing. So, and that could have been, I don't know, that could have been my spirit team's way of saying we gonna give you a break from being a human in that area for a couple of years. So, can I get clarification? Okay. So I'm hearing that someone I'm speaking to, your minds, your thoughts is what is creating the illusion of you not having money or not having money coming in. So definitely work on, you can do like subliminals and things like that to help you to reprogram your mind. You can listen to affirmations while you're sleeping. And I can tell you for sure, unequivocally, without a doubt, when you are sleeping and you are listening to something over and over and over again, it is getting embedded in your subconscious mind. Because when I dream and I have that, something playing, like if I really liked a video on TikTok, or if I have something that I'm listening to on YouTube or whatever, if I'm hearing that in my head as I'm in my dream, like the people in my dream are speaking to me, what whoever I'm listening to is saying, if my dream concept, like the storyline of my dream, is in alignment with what I'm listening to, I'm trying to get y'all to understand how powerful that is. Super powerful. And that's especially important for when you have your television on while you are sleeping. I know a lot of us like to sleep with the TV on, but it's not a good look. Like, unless you're going to put like some, like I said, you're going to put on YouTube on your TV and listen to some affirmations or something like that, or some subliminals with frequencies. Um, Listening to the TV is not good, especially if you watch a lot of CNN and all these other news shows and shit. Just like I've had instances where I've been playing out a scenario of what's on the TV in my head when I'm in a dream. Yes, I fell asleep with affirmations and frequencies. Okay, yeah, that's good. Sometimes sleep with Reiki videos playing. Okay, yeah, all that's good. Yeah, it makes a big difference. It really does. Spirit said, you tried to throw them swords at me and stab me in the back. I eat swords for dinner. Spirit said, you alchemize those swords so well that all it does is, I'm hearing, it upgrades your DNA. That blood is representative of DNA. You had a dream that felt so real about slavery. I was in, that was probably a past life, honey. Because I feel like all divine beings have experienced slavery and some of the, pretty much all of the other things. Because I know that I've had like, I've had thoughts of me being on a slave ship. And so I'm like, like, why would I have a random thought like that? But now I know that it's because I experienced the slave ship. And like the Holocaust, like I definitely felt like I have been in the Holocaust, and like on the receiving end. And I like started seeing a bunch of Holocaust stuff, and then I'm taking this leadership class where the focus was on the Holocaust, and I was just like, so yeah. And then I did a reading on this person who had a past life in the Holocaust around that same time. But that person was actually putting people into a furnace. And the reason why that lifetime came up is because she currently owns like a creamery that cremates dogs and animals. And so, like, her doing that with the animals to cremate them was triggering memories from that lifetime when she was actually puppy listening. And let me just say this, I was picking up on our past life together before our session because I was like, there's something about her energy, Spirit. Are you sure you want me to do this reading? And they were like, do the reading. And I was like, it's something about it. And then when I started doing the reading and they started bringing her past life into the reading, I was like, oh, we were in a past life together and I was on the receiving end of her, and they were like, yeah. So, like, that's why the whole concept of race or whatever is such a moot point, because if I can incarnate as someone Jewish one time, then I incarnate as an African another time, then I incarnate as an African American this time, like, so I feel like Spirit is saying this God of Pentacles was like sabotaged the relationship. And So I feel like this is a new person coming in. So if you're dealing with like feeling like you lost somebody really significant, because this is giving me like the person, you looked at the person as being like checking off all the boxes. You looked at the person as somebody you could potentially be with long term into the future, um, marriage, all that. And you could see that this person has like Goddess of Pentacles energy, like, firm foundation. um I'm hearing slow and steady, because like Pentacles is a slower moving, of course, than like fire or whatever. So um this is like, um looking at life as a marathon versus a sprint, and just being, like in leadership energy. But they fumbled the ball, and so homeboy coming to pick up the slack, and he ain't about to be scared. This one was scared. The older one scared. The younger one is like, oh, you're a spiritualist? I ain't scared of that. Oh, you want to become your own entrepreneur? I'm not scared of that either. Oh, you want to be more famous than me and make more money than me? Not scared of that either. That's all I'm going to say about that. And yes, balance, ascension, making all of your dreams come true is what I'm hearing. And there's a phase of life where you're fully human and fully divine. But when you've ascended this high and gotten your wings, that is basically a completely divine being. Now, yes, you have to be in a meat suit and all that, whatever, whatever. But when you talk about unlocking dormant DNA that the majority of the population will never ever experience, that is supernatural. When you can start performing supernatural acts from a human vessel, and the song is free. How long is my one? I don't have anyone on who's paid for a private reading. So like a personal reading. So if that's what you're asking. So we have the universe and spirit always they give me this card to let me know I'm on the right track. And spirit said the devil is defeated. These right here. Like all of that. Defeated. Calling justice. Cycle closed. Okay, let me get some confirmation. That's what's crazy is I came in and my song was playing. Your song, like your real song, your song, or just a song that you like? Cause I do have some TikTok artists on my playlist. I just can't remember what was on. Oh, the song you love. Okay. Cause I was actually doing a reading for someone one time, and it was a TikTok artist that I liked the song and I added it to my playlist. And so I was doing her reading talking about her ex, and then the song came on and she was like, "That's my ex's song." And I was like, "Oh my God." Cuz she said that the ex was a singer, but like I was just like, "Okay, but I didn't even remotely make the connection." Okay, did you want a full reading or a mini? Okay, thank you. I said, okay, did you have a specific thing you wanted to find out about or just a general? Oh, okay. Right, absolutely. Okay. Higher self spirit. I'm just gonna call you Lotus. Higher self spirit, what does Lotus need to know? And I invite her spirit guides to be present during this reading. Higher self spirit, what does Lotus need to know? Excuse me. I hope that was a confirmation sneeze. Hi, chat. Um, and then my AC just came on. Excuse me. Okay, Spirit. I don't know about that one. So that's interesting. All right. So what I was getting so far, this is a private reading, a personal reading for Lotus. I was hearing making a way out of no way, an overcomer, a warrior, a goddess, a divine being. Um, okay. I was hearing your life is unfolding just as it should. Your child will be just fine. Do you have a child? I was hearing you have passed all of your tests. Abundance is near. And then I was like hearing a queer is near. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I was just like, so let me know if any of this resonates for you. Yes, I have four boys, and there's one that is struggling really bad, and I just been praying for his healing. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, you said your ex is in the closet? Oh my gosh. Cause they for real said a queer is near. Oh my god. So that's confirmation. And then you would so they say your child will be just fine. Yeah. Um, but honey, they are very proud of you. They are very proud of you. They say you have made a way out of no way. So that tells me that you are resourceful, you're resilient. Like you know how to go through a struggle without like being angry and bitter and blaming God and all of those things. They called you a overcomer, a warrior, a goddess, a divine being. Your life is unfolding just as it should. You have passed all of your tests. Abundance is near. So, if you had any questions about money, the money cometh. The money cometh. Okay. So, I'm going to pull a few cards for you. And let me know if you have any questions. I feel like that's happening too. Okay, good. Yeah, Spirit is saying definitely trust your feeling, trust your gut feeling, trust your intuition. Hi, Moonwalker. Alright, so Spirit, what does Lotus need to know? Or maybe just confirmation. Release. Look, you said release and this came out. So, like release old thinking patterns, release old thoughts and habits, see things from a different perspective. And I was saying release old thinking patterns and release the urge to not see things for what they are. I'm hearing creating illusions in your mind of what like is really going on, things that are really happening. And This is definitely confirmation of release because when I was looking at it, I was hearing like releasing whatever situation you're releasing is also releasing all of this like strife and um, people trying to like tell you what to do and interfere. And like I said, you coming out as the high priestess, honey. And I was saying, that I was saying earlier, the high priestess has basically gone through all the queen or goddess phases in the tarot deck. And I was talking about you, making a way out of no way, um, basically going down and through the trenches and having to face challenges and passing those tests and gaining wisdom from each challenge. Those be those air placements in me, and I have to let it all go for the better. Yes. I just told someone yesterday I'm a high priestess. Okay, yeah. So you don't be lying, honey. Yeah, and this is confirmation of what you just said. Because you said those air placements in me, I have to let it go for the better. Let's see, this is a definite confirmation of that. And the Six of Cups came out, and I just feel like all of the things that you have done over time to, provide for your children, sacrifice for your family, and all of those things, all of that has done inner child healing work for you. Because like I get the energy of maybe having a rough childhood, like feeling kind of unloved and overlooked, but everything that you have done to be a good mother to your children has healed and continues to heal the wounds from your childhood. And so I feel like the high priestess and this card go hand in hand because she's pregnant and like I was saying, you don't have to physically be pregnant just to be fertile and have I'm hearing a magical womb. Honey, spirit done say you have a magical womb, honey. Heavy on the inner child healing, and the way I love on my babies is totally different. Absolutely. Okay, than what you had in life. That's definitely the energy that spirit is conveying for sure. Yes, they see you. They said, "We see you. We see you." They said, "Do not ever forget that they see you." Oh yeah, the Four of Pentacles, honey. I told you there was money coming in. I know this is like, for some people, the interpretation is holding on to money too tightly or whatever, but no, I feel like this is money from the abundance of your heart, money from the abundance of your gifts, like the clairs, being able to hear, and then money from the abundance of your crown and third eye chakra. I haven't been the best mom at times, but overall, I healed through my kids, and that's for the best. Absolutely. I'm the same way. None of us can claim to be the perfect parent. I don't care how much therapy you go to. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how daggone magnificent you thought you were. All of us had room for improvement. There was a time when I used to yell at my kids and stuff, and I don't. It wasn't like all the time, but I wish that I had done those things differently. And I was always very careful not to say something that would like tear them down, but just yelling about get down here, just crazy stuff. I had practiced hoodoo openly and been using my magic. Okay, good. That's really good. I mean, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about doing spell work on yourself. I am completely against doing spell work on anybody else and manipulating anybody else's free will, but I am all for doing spell work on yourself. I am so for real. Like, that's really what it's for. The spell work is for doing it on yourself, truly. I definitely felt that. I was like, I had to give my kids what my parents couldn't give me, right? Yeah, because they couldn't give me what they never had. Exactly. Right. And you definitely break cycles like that. You absolutely positively close cycles like that because now your children and their children and their children's children have a different, essentially you cleared the bloodline in that area, so they'll have a completely different experience going forward. So I hope that helped you. uh you're welcome. I said we're not repeating these cycles, and if I have to do the work for us now, y'all, absolutely, absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. Higher soul spirit, what does the collective need to know? Higher soul spirit, what does the collective need to know? Uh-oh. Oh Lord, where we going with this one? Okay, so I'm gonna need spirit to break this one down. I feel like you made a decision recently to avoid a new beginning in a relationship, And Spirit is saying, so you dodged a bullet. You were about to have a bunch of obstacles and challenges with this new beginning in a relationship. And whatever happened where you made the decision, you were like, nah, abort mission. Abort mission. You followed your intuition and said abort mission. Spirit rhyming today. This person had lacked the ability to love. I don't know who that was, child. But when they said the heart chakra like wasn't even there, like when it's in reverse, they like it wasn't even there. There's an icebox where his heart or her heart used to be. Oh my God. They said that sacral chakra healing that you did is what helped your intuition. Because it's like following your gut feeling. They said just be patient and plan. Oh, okay. I hope it's not echoing anymore for other people. But patience and planning is going to be the name of the game going forward. And whoever that was, he or she is having material wealth problems. So it was a no-go anyway. Okay. And I'm hearing the person make too much money to be having problems like this, but they were. And was trying to limit the amount of money they were spending on you. Now that's just trifling. I mean, if you cannot afford to date, then maybe you should just chill. But don't be dragging people into your mess. Woo, child. I applaud you for dodging that bullet. Because I'm sure that was a major test too. Like, can you follow the guidance? Can you truly follow the guidance of your spirit team when it comes to relationships? Because I know that a lot of times that's where I kind of go off the rails. Like, I can hear a lot about a lot of things, but when it start getting into them relationships, because I operate from my heart chakra, and so I always want to believe in the best in people, of course, until they show me otherwise. But one thing I did want to bring up, because Spirit has been like urging me to start talking about red flags that you can see early on, like when in just the dating phase. So if this, like, I've gone on dates and I have seen flashes of their temper. So like if someone is asking a waitress something and they're just agitated and mouthing off, and like you can see like their anger flare up just from that interaction, big red flag that women overlook, men and women overlook. Like if you're a guy and you're out with someone on a date and that person is rude to the waitress, it would be a no-go for me. It's one thing to have to defend yourself. Like if the waitress is just totally out of line, that's one thing. But if you just sat down and y'all are, placing your order and the waitress came over bubbly, happy, welcoming, and this chick is nasty towards her, you got a couple issues, because she may be jealous of the individual thinking that you looking at her. And she also may just have a nasty disposition. Ugh. Either way. Yeah. That's a definite how you treat the wait staff. Absolutely. hmm Like, I do want a man who's assertive. Like, if something's wrong, because I've been to a restaurant where something was wrong with the food. Like, it was like a tomahawk steak or something like that, and we had to keep sending it back. We sent it back like 3 times, and the the person I was with, he was like, yo, this is, it's getting a little ridiculous now that we're having to send this back for a third time. We don't feel comfortable with having to continuously send it back because there's stories about what people do to stuff when you keep sending it back, you know. So, like, what's going on? So, by him saying that, the manager of the restaurant came over, apologized, and then gave us $100 gift card, which paid for the meal and dessert. So it happens. Okay, sure. They better not have had that steak, that big old steak in the microwave. Shoot. Mm-mm. But yeah, so I mean, that is a huge red flag. But we so many times will ignore it. Like, oh, maybe the person just had a bad day at work. They just, maybe agitated a little bit. Mm-mm. 9 times out of 10, because that's not an excuse. I mean, even if you are having a bad day, even if you found out somebody in your family is sick or whatever, that's still no excuse to be nasty to people. And also treating them like they're beneath you. That's horrible too. If you order well done, chef me. No, it wasn't well done, Tom. We wanted it like medium well. I know that for like meat connoisseurs, that's a no-no. But we black. Me and him is black. We want our meat cooked. Okay. That or the deep fry. No, I want the meat cooked, and if that means that I have like I get judged for that, I don't mind. Okay. I really want to stop eating meat altogether, for real, for real. Or at least take, like super moderation, where I'm not eating it every week. I need a chef. That's really what I need. I for real need a chef. And Tom, you cannot be my chef because I asked for the chicken well done. Oh my God. Like at the Chinese place, you want them fry hard. Like cook them twice. I'm laughing so hard because my family and my ex-husband's family, we would order so much Chinese food and they would always be wings fried extra hard. And then when black people would order the wings from Pizza Hut, when I worked at Pizza Hut, and hold on, I gotta do this puzzle piece. When I worked at Pizza Hut in high school, they'd be like, put them wings through twice, please. No problem. I totally get it. Oh, God. It really does make for a totally different experience, though, for real. Like the texture of the skin, sometimes it doesn't look for real. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it does make for a different experience with the texture of the skin is actually crispy. Yeah, when it's like crunch crunch, it's a totally different situation. Ooh. Okay. Oh Lord. Like I just ordered it. How is it done in 3 minutes? Right. Yeah, no. And honey, from the Chinese place, you can order the whole daggone menu and it be ready in 10 minutes. Oh Lord, an official person at somebody's job is about to be in poverty, taking their house. Oh my God. Who got drama in the workplace? Who got drama in the workplace? Oh my God. Okay, so this is giving me the energy of somebody who's been talking to spirit, like, please, can you please promote me out of this job? Can you please promote me out of this job? Because at this job, you got official people who are about to experience poverty. Honey, houses being taken. They all shook, all concerned. Like so concerned, so shook, they gonna be in bad health behind it. And Spirit is saying, have no fear. We are clearing the pathway for you to get up out of there. Expect, Spirit is saying, expect to be delivered from that job. And how long, Spirit? I heard the next 30 days. And it's only going to be a promotion. It doesn't mean that you're going to be promoted to another job or another position. We're talking about a spiritual promotion. So a spiritual promotion can come in the form of, like, we gonna give you $1 million so you can go on and quit the job and then, figure out what you want to do, how you want to move, where you want to go, how you want to set up shop. So like the way these birds look, and my higher self is touching my back. Like all of this is like transformation, freedom, new journey, starting fresh, new opportunities. I'm hearing freedom. I've been talking about time freedom, freedom from a 9 to 5, freedom to be an entrepreneur. And I feel like the way she's looking out the window with expectation, this is how you've been manifesting over time. And so now it's time to start this new journey, the second part of your life, a new journey past all of the trials, all the challenges, all the tests. When you pass the test, when you close those cycles, you get to start a new journey filled with all of the manifestations that you have ever dreamed of. I'm hearing expect for your dreams to come true. Yes, I like that message very much. Cause when people in the workplace especially try to do you dirty, it's not often that you really get true like a true like solution from that. A lot of stuff gets just swept under the rug. But yeah, the poverty is causing these folks to lose houses. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. So they real concerned right about now. Stressed out. Had to be. I'm hearing high blood pressure medication. Honey, I'm hearing antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication. Ooh, child. When you do stuff, I keep saying, when you do stuff to divine beings and you think that it's just a regular Joe Schmo from, up the street, but it's actually a divine being in a meat suit, that's how you go from being this official person in this job to straight poverty. Because then spirit starts getting involved and it becomes, they take you to spiritual court. Spirit said, we taking you to spiritual court. Honey, they talking about even not just repoing houses, but imprisonment. Because whatever came from them trying to do you dirty, whatever attention was brought onto these people from them doing you dirty, that created a whole other investigation. So now we went from just simply it being more of an HR type issue to now you being looked at for criminal type issues. Oh my God. And look, I'm hearing going to the big house. Oh my Lord. Why spirit do it like that? I said her too. Gender neutral. I don't good. You know your situation. If these are your damn crazy ass co-workers, I'm hearing if they weren't acting like children, none of this would have happened. Oh my Lord. And a mature male is involved. So there are women involved, but there's a mature male at the helm of all of this nonsense. And this could actually be gender neutral because that could be a mature, just a mature head of the department. All right, y'all. I may hop off of here. I'm getting hungry. I kind of want to pull some of my Temu cards. Did you have a question, Rising Roots? Because I want to honor my subscribers. You just finished cooking dinner? Okay, what you made? Alright, so still, what does the collective need to know? Oh, you just sat down. Okay. Honey, I've been figuring out how not to cook. I was like, I got a coupon for El Pollo Loco Picadillo. Is that like not pico de gallo? What is picadillo? Oh, it's a Spanish dish, rice and ground. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Let me tell you something. That's the only thing that I loved about living in Connecticut. I could go and get Spanish food, Dominican food, Puerto Rican food. Yeah, it sounds like it is, honey. Yeah, I lived in Connecticut for like maybe 2 years. My ex-husband is from Stratford. Yeah, I sure did. I lived there for like 2 years, a year and some change. I was living there during 9/11, which ironically we just had. I do have a question since you were talking about the IUD, and I have my thoughts already. Okay. The first one had you cramping a lot. Okay. They probably put it in there incorrectly, honestly, if you were cramping a lot. This one's starting to feel cramps again, like swollen feeling, but I'm always tired. I feel so off. Okay. Yeah, definitely it is. Because my higher self is touching my back. It definitely is. Yeah. That there was a reason why I started talking about it earlier for sure. Cause that was definitely a message they were trying to get to you. Cause that was kind of random, I think. I think it was just a tad random. So, but I think I'm gonna hop off of here. But this is a similar storyline I've been getting. A family like trapped in lies. So a family trapped in lies. All for the love of money. And I'm hearing you're using your intuition and figuring out. No, they're not Temu cars, but Tom said they were like, kind of hood topics like Temu cars. The it's kind of a ratchet message. I know you gonna say that one nice. Girl, no. I mean, I got them from Amazon. They weren't expensive, so I mean, they not like the best quality cards that I've had. These are my days Temu cards. The TEA, yeah, they give you the T. They give you all the tea. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me as usual. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I gotta figure out how to get my little clappy thing back because I can't see it anymore. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.